Right, cool. Camera rolling, mic rolling. All sound, mate. Right, guys, how we doing? Happy New Year. Filming this on the 10th of Jan, 2026. And yeah, just here with a coffee, filming a video. Now, before I get into this video, this is like a podcasty style episode. So if you do want to just chuck it on in the background or whatever and listen to it, feel free to. There will be a few visual aids and stuff of when I'm talking about certain things, I'll put it on screen, but yeah, it's quite a chill video, man. Get yourself a drink. I've got myself a nice little coffee with the XYZ Studios logo on it. This is my mate's business. Shout out to Aaron. So yeah, check out XYZ Studios in Leicester if you want a booking. Go do it, mate. He didn't pay me for that. He ain't got a fucking hell. He ain't got a gun to my head or anything. You know, I'm just letting you know. It's my mate's business. Go check it out. But yeah, it's a chill video, man. So if you want to grab yourself a drink or anything, come join me and we'll have a little chat, mate. So today's video, I wanted to talk about how I found my creative passion. So I've got some points here, by the way. So if you see me looking at here, that's why. I wanted to just do a little video on how I found my passion. So for context, I do graphic design, videography, video editing, and photography. So a bit of a mixed bag, but it's kind of in the same sector. They all work with each other. But I wanted to make a video today of just giving you a backstory of how I got into it, because I feel like it's not a normal story. It's really random. So I wanted to just tell the story about how I got into it, basically. And yeah, I find it interesting, man. I've seen a few people talk about their backstory of how they got into certain careers, and I just think it's cool. So let me tell you, gotta do a bit of research because I don't even know when it came out. Jesus, 2008. That's mental. Fucking hell, man. Right, so I've got to take you back to 2008. Now, I was 7 at this point because I was born in 2001. And there was a game called Saints Row 2. Now, if anyone's ever played Saints Row, oh mate, what a fucking game. It was kind of like a GTA clone, but it had its own IP. It was like a gang game where, similar to GTA, you could like rob stuff, shoot people, fucking drive your car into a truck if you want, do whatever you want, basically. It was just like a free roam game, but it had its own IP because you could basically you had your own gang, like a street gang, and then you had other gangs as well, and you'd have to like take over the city and stuff. It was just like a big fuck around game. Whoever remembers that game, comment below, you're a legend. But yeah, little 7-year-old Ellis should not have been playing this game, by the way. What the fuck? I got into this game through a mate. Now that mate is Liam. Shout out to Liam, you know who you are, mate. It was actually the first Saints Row I ever played. I never played the first one. He recommended it to me. We were in school, again, like 7 years old. He's like, you should play this game, Saints Row 2. I was like, all right, mate. And we're on Xbox 360, good old days. And anyway, I loved this game. I lived and breathed this game. I think I completed this game a million times. I can't even remember. I had all the cheat codes, did all the side missions. I'm pretty sure 100%ed it. Like, I was addicted to this game, absolutely loved it. And you're probably thinking, how's this relevant, mate? You're doing graphic design and videography and stuff. How is this relevant? What are you talking about Saints Row for? And the reason why is because this game got me into graphic design. So in the game, your gang had your own logo and you could pick like their outfits and the color schemes of like your cars and stuff like that. And it was all customization. Like the customization in this game was crazy. You could change everything. You could have different socks on if you wanted to, different like vest on, and then have layers on top. And it was just mental. And all the other gangs had their own branding, basically. They had a logo, they had their colors, and that's how you'd know who they are. And then you'd like attack them and stuff like that. And I remember as a kid being obsessed with the customization of this game. That was one of the reasons why I loved it so much. And I was always looking at the logos of the gangs and all that stuff, and I just thought, these look sick. And across the whole map as well, you had loads of different icons and stuff. There's just so much graphic design in that game. And you had like the mechanic, you had the hairdressers, you had clothing stores, jewelry stores, all this sort of stuff, and it was just so sick. And I just always remember looking at these graphics and just thinking, this is fucking sick. Like, this is so cool. Even like the little weapon graphics, like the weapon wheel and stuff like that. I was just obsessed with it. And I really loved the main artwork as well. The poster with the guy with the 2 guns, like the yellow color scheme, just looked fucking sick, man. And as a kid, I used to make business cards for the gangs of this game. Super random, I know. I used to cut out bits of paper. I'd do like a gang logo drawing, and then I'll be like, Ellis, CEO of gang, whatever. And I just used to make little business cards and stuff. I used to laminate it. And then I used to show my mate who got me into this game. I was like, oh, I've made a business card for it and stuff like that. And it was just cool, man. And that's what got me into graphic design. And it kind of just snowballed from there. So I knew that I liked creating stuff, little logos and stuff like that. So I remember I had it in my head that, so as I got on through school, in my last year at school, well, the last couple of years at school, so year 10, I'm in the UK, it's different everywhere I know, but in the UK you have like years. So your last year is year 11. Year 10 and 11, I really figured out what I wanted to do. And it was be a logo and a website designer. And yeah, I just did a shit ton of research. So I shout out to a guy called Roberto Blake. He does create content now, but I don't think he creates them as frequent. But he used to smash out content back in the day. And it was all to do with graphic design. And I was learning off him everything to do with graphic design. I was like, oh my God, you can be a logo designer, but you could also be a poster designer. You could do albums, you could do whatever. Like, I just found it so interesting. I was doing so much research into it in school. And yeah, had it in my head that I was gonna be a graphic designer. That was my first passion. That was my first thing I got into. And then as I got into college and stuff, I started getting into photography and stuff like that, because the course what I did in college was a mixed course. It had graphic design, video, and photo. And that's where that started. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I really like doing photography. I really like editing. I really like doing video and stuff like that. And it just kind of spiraled. And then I used to do a little bit of video editing back in the day. Everyone had a YouTube channel when they were a kid. They just did. Everyone had a YouTube channel. Don't fucking say you didn't, because you did. Everyone did, mate. And they were the cringiest things ever. But I used to make videos all the time. My mate Byron, shout out to Byron. You know who you are again, absolute legend. And yeah, we used to make stupid videos all the time. We used to edit them and stuff like that, and it was just funny. And yeah, it kind of just snowballed from there. So it started off with me liking graphic design from a video game, literally liking the designs off the game. And then snowballed into photography, into video editing and stuff like that. And now, like, that's what I do now. I primarily now do video. So I'd say my main passion now is filming and editing now. I think graphic design has gone a little bit lower. I still absolutely love it, but definitely video is higher. So I'd say now it's like video editing, videography, photography, and graphic design. But I still love all of them. I still absolutely love all of them. And yeah, it was just such a random way to get into it. Because the thing is, I feel like some people are just born into it. Some people maybe assume that, you knew someone who was a graphic designer, you knew someone who was a photographer. I didn't know anyone. Like, no one in my family's done anything creative. No one who I was brought up around did anything creative. I didn't know about it. I had to discover it myself. And it's one of the things that I'm really thankful for with YouTube, is that like YouTube has a special place in my heart, because if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now, 100%, because I wouldn't have learned all the stuff I did off YouTube for free, and I wouldn't have discovered the different career paths I could go into, because I knew I loved designing and stuff like that, but I didn't know what you could actually do. And then, like I said, Roberto Blake was one of the main people, and started watching him, and I discovered, you could be a website designer, you can do this, you can do that. And it just kind of spiraled from there. So yeah, it's crazy. When I think back about it, I'm like, it's absolutely insane. I just played a video game, loved the designs, started doing it in my free time. Then it, like I said, snowballed and just started learning about it online. And here I am now, which is mad. And I just feel like it was a cool story to share. I want to share that because I find it cool. And also, I kind of hope people find it a bit motivating in a way, because I feel like sometimes it can make you feel down when you don't know people who do it, because I was like that. Like, now I've made friends in the industry now, and I know editors, I know photographers, I know videographers, and I've made those connections now, but I didn't have them before. I wasn't born into it. I didn't know anyone around me who did it. I just learned online managed to get into the industry by doing loads of free work, doing loads of stuff, and broke into the industry. And now I know people in the industry, and it's amazing. But for anyone watching this who doesn't know anyone who does anything creative, but you want to be doing it, it is genuinely possible. And it's not to be all cringe, like, you can do it, but you can fucking do it. That's one of the things I love about YouTube and the internet and stuff, is that you can genuinely just learn so much stuff, and you don't have to know people. Like, it's such an old school mentality of like, oh, you know, it's who you know. It is who you know, but nowadays, mate, you can fucking make so many connections. Like, you should be messaging editors every single day, messaging photographers every single day, and learning as much as you can. I remember one of my key highlight things was I messaged Roberto Blake once on Twitter. It was years ago. I remember messaging him, and I remember saying, I can't remember, I think I was designing a logo or something, and I was struggling with a certain thing. I remember messaging him about it, and he got back to me, and that was like a massive thing of like, holy shit, he actually messaged me back. And again, that was like my first connection of like, oh, this is someone in the industry who actually does it. And I'm talking to them like in real time, not just watching a video. So yeah, I want to share my story, man. I want you to comment down below. If you work it could be any field, it doesn't have to be creative, it could literally be anything. I want you to comment down below like how you found your passion for something, like career-wise, or even if it's just a hobby and you just love doing it. I want you to comment down below. I genuinely find these really, really interesting. I love stuff like this. I feel like you should be more open, you should talk about things, you should talk about your backstories of how you got into things, because I think it's interesting. And like I said, I think it's motivating for people who, like myself, didn't have a fucking clue. Did not have a clue, didn't know what I was doing, didn't know anyone, and it could feel a bit shit. But yeah, just a little video, wanted to put that out there. Saints Row 2 will always have a special place in my heart because it's where I found my passion, and it's insane that this one little game has made my whole career. Genuinely, I think if it wasn't for this game, I probably wouldn't know what I wanted to do. I don't know, maybe I would have discovered it through a different avenue, and maybe I always had it in my head, but this game, man, this fucking game, it's crazy. If there's anyone who watches this video who worked on Saints Row 2, I just want to say thank you, man. Thank you. It might sound a bit cringe and stuff, but this game holds a special place in my heart, man, and it's what found my passion. It also really got me into gaming as well, and it's just crazy, man. I want to thank Liam as well for getting me into this game, because again, if he didn't recommend this game to me, I don't know if I would have played it. I don't know if I would have got into it. And shout out to Byron as well, because me and him used to always film together, edit together, make loads of stupid shit. We're always really creative and stuff, and the stuff we made was awful. Oh, fuck me. It was dreadful. I'm glad it's not around. But, you know, you have to do stuff like that to get into it, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, there's my story. There's my story of how I got into the things that I do now. I appreciate you guys watching this video or listening to this video. It's kind of like a podcasty style video, so you could just chuck it on and listen to it. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching or listening to this video. And like I said, comment down below your stories. Thank you, guys.